They call it bad company. A mismatched bunch of rejects placed to serve our country as cannon fodder. My name is Preston Marlowe. This is my story.
Hi and welcome to GRTV and this video review of Battlefield Bad Company. Battlefield Bad Company is a console-exclusive Battlefield game from Swedish developer Digital Illusions. It has been in development for over 4 years and now it finally hits the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 the 26th of June. The story takes place in Russia, where you mount the role of new army recruit Preston Marlowe, who gets tossed into a company of misfits called B Company, hence Bad Company, and thrown into different missions in the south of Russia called Savograd. In this war-torn part of Russia there is a dictator who has hidden gold, and with his help of a private army he plans to ship this gold out of Russia and use it for further plans. And that's where Bad Company comes in, because some hours into the game you and your 3 comrades, which is Sergeant, Haggard and a guy called Stillwater, decides to go after the gold and desert from all the responsibilities of the American army. And this is where the game really takes off. The main selling point of Battlefield Bad Company is definitely the destruction. You can destroy close to anything in the game, and you can blow up buildings when snipers hide out, you can blow up cottages, you can blow up trucks, and you can blow up tanks, and you can blow up just about anything inside the game. And since this was not implemented as a gimmick late in the development process, this was one of the main focus points of Digital Illusions development from the start. This is a big part of the gameplay. This is a big part of what you need to do. You need to go into a village or a town and you need to blow stuff up. And it is more fun to blow up stuff in Battlefield Bad Company than I think it has ever been in an action title. It is a really fun time. The gameplay element of Battlefield Bad Company is very similar, of course, to the previous Battlefield games. The difference there is that this is the first Battlefield game that contains a proper single-player story. And together with all this destruction and the story, which is ridden of dark and funny humor, this is a really nice single-player campaign. You battle your way through this southern part of fictional Russia, and it's up to you how you want to solve each situation. This is kind of like a sandbox game where you choose how to attack each situation, if you want to blow up stuff and go in hard and heavy, or if you want to kind of sneak your way into each village and just surprise the enemy. The gameplay in Battlefield Bad Company is both exciting and fun. To some extent I think that it lacks variation in some points, but the destructibility of the environments makes for a lot of fun. The pacing is a little bit slower than the prior Battlefield games, and the game is a little bit less uncompromising than, let's say, Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 2142. This is a fun game. This is fun from the start to finish. There's a lot of freedom inside the gameplay. You can almost maybe call it a sandbox game, because you can move wherever you want to, you can drive or fly whatever you can find, and you can shoot anything that the enemy leaves behind. When it comes to the graphics, Battlefield Bad Company is one truly beautiful game. The engine, which is developed in-house by Swedish developer Digital Illusions, is called Frostbite, and this is just a remarkable engine. And together with great sound design, this is a technical masterpiece. The environments are huge, they are very, very detailed, and there are a lot of great lighting effects in here. The particle effects are great, the shadow mapping is really, really great. You have a lot of eye candy like bump mapping and normal mapping, which works perfectly. And as I mentioned, the sound design is truly remarkable. This is by far one of the best sounding games I've ever played. It is fed by a new sound engine which creates HDR sounds, and the atmosphere and the acoustics in the game is really, really great. It sounds better than anything, including Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Halo 3. The multiplayer component in Bad Company is of course a big part of the game. Battlefield has always been known for its multiplayer parts because it has up till today been a multiplayer game only, and Battlefield Bad Company doesn't disappoint in any way. It is hard to some extent. It is maybe a little bit too rough on those who haven't played any of the Battlefield games before, but still it's so much good stuff in here that anybody who gets into the multiplayer game of Battlefield Bad Company is going to get hooked right away. You can, just as in the single player campaign, you can destroy almost anything, you can drive anything, you can fly the stuff that you can find, you can jump in a boat and you can ride it, and everything is done together with your teammates because this is a team-based multiplayer game just as Battlefield 2. In the end, Bad Company is a great game. The graphics are great, I love the humor, and the destruction is just brilliant. We also have a nice multiplayer component and the sound is constantly impressive. There are some small problems in here. I think the AI is not as good as it should be and sometimes the game lacks in variation, but in the end those small issues shouldn't keep you from getting this game, which is one of the best games of the summer.
I ain't gonna do it. If I hit our guys, y'all gonna yell at me. Hey, crazy idea part 2. Let the new guy do it.